community ambassador, Mark Strong. Good morning, Mr. Strong. Good to see you.
Hey, very good to see you guys. Thank you very much, and good morning to everybody out there.
Likewise. So tell us about how you came to partner with Penny Appeal Canada and the backstory on these backpacks.
Absolutely. It's the inaugural year for Penny Appeal Canada and this campaign in particular, but I myself got involved with them just recently in May during a Ramadan donation campaign where I was able to help fundraise to build certain fresh water wells out in different places around the world, from Uganda to Somalia and Pakistan and whatnot. And I just continued on to become the community ambassador because Penny Appeal Canada, not only do they have international aid relief, but they make sure that everything they do internationally, they couple with something nationally or locally, and that's why the Back to School campaign is in full effect now.
Well, that's amazing. What an ambitious crusade, and I love that whole thing. Think globally, but act locally, right? That's how this works, top down, and then it gets to the grassroots.
Their vision also is very much about small change, big difference. So it doesn't matter how small or how narrow you might think your donation is, it makes a big difference.
Well done. So now there's also a pop-up shop piece to this whole thing, and it's pandemic protocol sensitive. So how does it work with the actual backpacks, and how many kids are going to benefit?
This is an awesome initiative. So we have secured 3,000 backpacks to distribute across from Brampton to Oshawa, and we'll be doing pop-up shops in different places in the school boards and whatnot. We also have some different places that are affiliated with the TDSB as well, two different organizations. And so what basically happens is we'll be at these pop-up shops where we'll be able to we've located the children and families and communities that are in high needs, underserved communities and whatnot. And every child wants to go to school with something new. Every child wants to go to school feeling special. So we've decided what we'll do is we'll do a pop-up shop. So they'll be coming with the beneficiaries will come with their parents or their guardians. They will be all PPE taken care of, make sure the social distancing is involved as well too, and then they'll be able to pick the backpack they want, then pick the supplies they want, and then they'll be able to take that as almost if they're going to shop, courtesy of Penny Appeal, and they'll be able to take that home with them. But we just need your donations in order to secure those backpacks. So that's what we're doing for the pop-up shop. It's going to be lots of fun for kids.
Yeah, and this is grades 1 to 12. And this is boards right across the region. Durham, York, Peel, and Toronto. It's a tall order, but it's a wonderful initiative. Why is it important to you to get back to community, and how do people get in touch and get involved?
It's so important, especially now. I mean, pre-COVID, we have to realize that the reality of some of our communities is that they are underserved and they are dealing with the financial pressures of life. But COVID made it just that much more excruciating for a lot of families. And so we decided this is the best way to sort of alleviate those pressures and make sure that kids and families don't feel as though they are going to be strapped for cash, or even their children thinking that they're going to school lesser than. We want to make sure that, at least in that sense, they have some sort of equal playing field. They'll have the calculators, they'll have the erasers, they'll have the backpacks, and they'll have something that they can proudly walk into school with. So we're very happy to make sure that all of these children are going to be serviced to the best of our ability. And if you want to donate, we appreciate you do. We've been getting great responses, but we still need more of your help. Go to pennyappeal.ca/back-to-school, and we'll get those backpacks and supplies out to the kids.
Mark Strong, we'll get to you on this. A long-time Raptor alum. You've had a front row seat to the whole thing, right? From the 20-win seasons right up to the chip. Where does this, COVID comeback, the bubble boycott, where does it fit into the whole NBA narrative right now? With how it all sort of intersects with social conscience and this racial reckoning that we're all living through right now?
Yeah, it's an incredible coupling that happened when it came to Black Lives Matter movement and COVID. They both came together to literally at one point to make an explosive reaction to things that have been bubbling underneath. It's pardon the term, but it definitely allowed people to open their eyes in different ways and have different protests and have demonstrations and have different ways to make their voices heard. And as you can see through different places, from the MLB to the MLS to tennis to NBA, NHL, everyone is saying that in order to hear us, you have to make some noise. So I appreciate everybody who's doing what they can to make sure that it becomes part of the forefront of our minds, as opposed to just thinking it's all about sports. It is about life as well.
Mark Strong, you're an incredible human being, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. Your voice just makes me feel warm all over. It's like stepping into a bath, and I know I speak for everybody who's watching. Thank you so much, and good luck with the drive. It's a great initiative.
We really appreciate it. Once again, pennyappeal.ca/back-to-school, guys.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark Strong. And now we'll send it upstairs and outside to Bill Coulter. Give us a little look-see ahead to today's